Why, hello there, you beautiful motherfuckers. My name is TheUncleRyry, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I've decided to make a podcast, but it's just going to be myself. It's called Stream of Consciousness. And basically, if you don't know what that is, Wikipedia, Google it, dick it, whatever you got to do, make up your own definition. But basically, I'm going to sit here and play combat training since fucking PSN is down. So I'm going to play Xbox, and I'm going to try to get used to the controller, and then I'm going to stream. It's not like a live comp. See, live comps for pussies. I'm going to really tell you everything I'm thinking about. Like if I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about, man, I'd love just to fuck Jenna Jameson while two nuns watch and jerk off. I'm going to say it. Okay? It's going to be streaming every single thought, every action. If I have to get up and take a shit, I have an extension cord on the mic, and I'm exactly 6 feet away from the toilet, so I will shit if I have to, which is probably pretty possible since I just had some Domino's. And Domino's makes me shit like a homeless person. Well, I guess if I say make you shit like a homeless person, I'm insinuating that homeless people like to shit in toilets, which I doubt it, because I imagine homeless people like to shit in trash cans. You know what I'm talking about? They're a little bit more conventional. Think about how creative you have to be homeless. I mean, you guys remember that book Hatchet? In the 21st century, they're gonna make trash can. Okay, you're gonna have a homeboy like fucking caught out in the woods, and he's like, "Hey, what I need to do is I gotta shit in this trash can, and I gotta live in it. So I don't want to shit where I sleep. Okay, and that's some good advice for your life, for real. Don't shit where you lay your head. All right, so let's go into Xbox Live here. Let's select. Yeah, so we're going to the Xbox Live here to select combat training. I just got the new patch today. God knows what that does. I imagine it's going to be the ultimate patch. Let's see. Change map. Let's go to Nuketown to warm us up. Game mode. Oh my god, there's hardcore team deathmatch and hardcore free-for-all. Two fucking modes nobody plays, and now they put it in combat training. Whoopity-doo. Good job. Guess what? I still can't fucking shoot through a wall. I fucking get mega knifed all the time, but hey, we're adding shit to the game to make it awesome. It's a good thing that fucking zombies map's coming out, or else I'd be done with Black Ops. You guys ever wonder what the fuck they were thinking when they made Nuketown? I mean, look at every other map in the game. It comes from like the fucking pastel colors that resemble shit, and the Nuketown has this big fucking yellow slow kid bus and then the big red fire truck, you know. You guys know what I'm talking about? That fire truck when you were a little kid and you had a little girl come to your house and like, hey, you want to play trucks? Huh? You want to play trucks? In reality, you just shove that truck up her ass because you're trying to get with her. Holy shit, this TV is loud. Anyways, I'm playing 1v6 on Nuketown, trying to get used to the Xbox controller, so I'm using the FAMAS hole with a suppressor. Scavenger Sleight of Hand Marathon All Pro because I'm level 50 on combat training. I wish you could prestige because I'd rather do 15 prestiges of combat training than the rest of the shit. Run past the double rainbow here. Oh yeah! Oh, first blood, guys. Who would have thought? Alright. Uh-oh, out of ammo. Only one thing to do. Take out my pistols! Oh, shit! Oh my god. MPL ACOG, what a boss. So anyway, so today I was thinking about my friend. He called me and he was like, hey man, there's some chicks out there sunbathing by the pool, and one of them's, you know, they're lying top down. Oh my god. They're lying topless, but they're face down like a good, you know, like a good rape victim should be, face down. And basically what he's trying to tell me is that we should go out there and study. And he was like, man, I'd really like to go out and study while those girls bathing by the pool. And I was like, dude, you're not taking public masturbation this semester. Some good shit. All right. You guys, did you guys see that new zombie thing? It looked pretty cool, The Call of the Dead. I'm a huge fan of Robert Rodriguez and the Grindhouse things. If you guys have, if you guys have never seen Planet Terror, you should, oh shit. Fuck the wall penetration in this game. Or lack thereof. Uh-oh, shit. Now we're down to pistols. Wow, the pistols suck in this game. Oh, shit. Mega knife. Anyways, Robert Rodriguez is the motherfucking man. I could see myself blowing him. Not like super blowing him hard, but, you know, at least blowing him for a little while. But anyways, so I'm thinking in the 21st century, you got Trash Can, and you got the guy, like, it turns out like a Lord of the Flies kind of scenario where he's, oh my god. When people knife you, they like punch the shit out of you. Makes me feel like a lesser citizen, like I'm fucking gay or fucking a Muslim or something. People hating on me and shit. shit was insane. Anyway, so you got Trash Can, okay, and you got Homeboy. He's caught out in the woods, and he's a rich British kid, kind of like Lord of the Flies. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh man, someone's taking my trash can lid. How am I gonna stay warm at night?" So in order to stay warm, he has to burn his shit. Oh my god, one of these bots have set out the fucking combat training camera. God, I wish you could like take that camera and like really like bang each other on it, because how funny would that be for super noobs if like you look on the camera and there's two guys like blowing each other. just fucking taking their dicks out and be like, "Oh yeah, you like using the FAMAS? I love using the FAMAS." Shit. That's essentially it. So anyways, you got the trash can. He's like, "Hey man, I gotta keep this poo warm." So in a desperate effort to keep the poo warm, he shuts the lid on there. And as the poo is heating up, it starts smelling bad. So he's like, "Oh my god, what do I do? What do I do?" So he takes the poop, and in order to make it a little bit more sustainable and smelly, he wraps it in plastic. And so like he's got shit wrapped in plastic, which just sounds like a really cruel joke. And shit, I don't know where the fuck I was going with this. I was attempting to do this, but this is actually really hard to talk and to try to like make a stream of consciousness thing. Oh my god. Got a test tomorrow in public personnel. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wow, Kimbo Scorpions, get your eagle on. I need to stop saying that, because if you guys don't know what Shoutcasting 101 is, it's a very popular video by Six Winner. I say popular. I don't know what qualifies popular to you guys. When I think of popular, I think of like people who are very culturally aware and intelligent, like the video. It's not like a fucking, "What's up guys, my name's David. I just got my capture card. It's a Dazzle. And yeah, so rate, comment, and subscribe so that I can be rich and famous and make the monies." Which, if you're really honest with yourself, like, how much longer is that fucking Call of Duty shit gonna last for you to make money? I mean, people take that shit way too extreme. Like there's some talented people out there, don't get me wrong, doing this shit, but they actually think like that shit's making the world a better place. They are so fucking full of themselves. Like, they're like, man, I got this many subscribers and shit like that. Like, most people don't know what the fuck that is. Like, if you're like, "Hey man, I got a Jaguar," you're pretty successful, they're like, "Fuck yeah, that's pretty tight." But anyway, some people, like, with this fucking theater mode bullshit, I fucking hate it, because they'll send you messages and be like, "Check out this clip I got yesterday of a random tomahawk." And I'm like, nobody gives a fuck, dude. Fuck your random tomahawk. And then, like, when they fucking export it, it's like in fucking 2-bit. You can't see what's going on, and they're like, "Hey man, this shit is fucking dazzling." Oh shit. Let's play Only Use Me Python. Oh shit. Some Nose Python is fucking terrible. I imagine this is the gun Richard Nixon would have used. Alright. Sorry, he's just having a little bit of a hard time keeping these guys tame. 61 and 3 right now. Using my Python now. Oh shit. Time to take out my sniper class so I can get a really cool kill cam and everybody go, "Wow. You got a really cool kill cam, man. You're going to law school." Like, "I know. Kill cam equals my life." Alright. Why are some guns in this fucking game just absolutely unusable? Oh god, I got a shit. You guys, what are you guys reading lately? Currently I'm reading some Noam Chomsky book on 9/11. It's pretty cool. If you guys don't know who Noam Chomsky is, he's a professor of linguistics, MIT. He's a pretty smart guy. You know, I don't agree with everything he says, and you shouldn't actually agree with everything that people say all the time, because if you're really honest with yourself, if you're one of those people who listens to something and you agree with everything they say, then you're not really an intelligent person. You kind of have to like listen to what they say, take it in for a second, then go, "Yeah, that makes sense. No, this doesn't make sense." Yeah, but basically, he's kind of he's very progressive. He is a admitted socialist libertarian fella, which is, you know, if you just hear the word socialist and you discount anything he says, well, then you're not cognizant of reality. I mean, he could have something really good to say. If you're dismissing it, you're missing the point of fuck that. Anyway, I don't ever want to talk about this kind of shit. But So what kind of stuff do you guys read in your free time? I know that a lot of people are big fans of. People still read the Boxcar Children. Fuck, what do kids do today? I'm kind of like an old man. I think I'm cool. Oh shit, can I die? Fuck. Okay, kill me, kill me. Trash can. Ah, I'm shooting in the air. Come on, somebody kill me so I can use my sniper class. Get me a no scope. Oh god. Now I've got an L96 out. Oh, optic Ryry. Optic Ryry. Phase Ryry. Oh god. Dodging. Dodging. Dodge. Dip, duck, dive, dodge. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, dodge. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Basically for this kill cam, I want to get a fucking triple. Even though there's only one kill left, and it'll stop it because it's not as cool as World at War. Of course, World at War didn't have kill cams. We're advancing. In Black Ops, Domination, if you get a kill, like right before it ends, you can get a kill cam. Yeah, get my eagle on. Fuck that kill cam. You know what? They should take that kill cam away and put the hit detection of Modern Warfare 2 in this bitch. I like people who like criticize fucking Black Ops because they're like, fucking Ghost, man. And then they actually get really emotionally intensive about it. It's pretty pathetic if you think about it. Like, if you think about all the strange shit that happens in the world today, oh my god, no scope. Oh my god, I'm going to law school. Oh my god, going to law school. But if you think about all the sad shit that goes on in the world today, like fucking Rwanda or something, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, and Ghost. You know, if you're like sitting in class and these guys are like, man, I'm really worried about U.S. involvement in Libya. It just seems like we're overstepping our boundaries and there's some hypocrisy there, given the Syria thing, in Yemen, oil, you know, European influence, United Kingdom's heavy lobbyist on Barack Obama, and you know, they're trying to curb their immigration. They don't want Muslim immigrants, and you know, who we support in Libya. And then all of a sudden the guy's like, yeah, no, and in fucking Black Ops there's Ghost. Fuck that guy. If you're one of those guys, fuck you. Oh. So, you guys ever seen a movie called Apocalypse Now? Pretty much one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. When you finish it, you feel like either going to Vietnam just to see all the strange shit yourself. Well, of course, like back in time, like fucking Doc is going to roll up and be like, guys, your kids. Have you guys ever seen that skit on Family Guy? No? Oh. Well, I'm not a huge Family Guy fan. I like the older stuff more. I'm more of a South Park kind of guy. Not that you can't like them both. People will be like, you can't like South Park and Family Guy. That's like liking The Price is Right and Jeopardy. But, you know, I like South Park a lot. The new episode that came on last night, The Human Centipede, it was so fucking funny. South Park does a really good job of providing like social commentary. They're very conservative guys that make things. They're not traditional conservatives. There's actually they have this social commentary that they do, and they kind of make fun of like ultra liberalism and ignorance of traditional social conservatives and neoconservatives. But you know, they have a pretty conservative show if you really think about it, and if you're truly honest with yourself, everything that they say pretty much makes sense in some regards. They kind of discount themselves in society because they know that people in society are ignorant. Just because you say cuss words, it's hard for them to be taken seriously. But the show itself, it has a lot of really good social commentary and value. I mean, what's a good example? You guys remember that one episode of South Park where they're talking about gay people, and they assign the class, they have to take care of an egg, and there's two guys that end up being partners together, and they end up doing fine on taking care of the egg. And the teacher, he gets fired for being gay, but they had to hire him back because that's a form of, or they can get sued for being intolerant or whatever, which isn't exactly true to my knowledge, because I do believe the Employment Opportunity Commission actually doesn't recognize homosexual discrimination as a form of legitimate discrimination. So I'm not sure if gays are protected equally under the law. I'm not sure. That's not really my expertise, but I don't have an expertise. I'm still undergrad, but you know what I mean. And I won't claim I do have one either. It's a dangerous thing for YouTubers to do. But anyways, like that How the World Works cocksucker, he's such an arrogant fucking prick. If you ever listen to anybody and everything they say immediately discounts what the other person says, they're usually a dumbass. But anyways, they're watching it, and it kind of gives you a good reason to consider what the difference between tolerance and being ignorant yourself is, because the teacher, he's like, oh yeah, so you guys can't fire me for being gay, huh? So what he does is he brings in Mr. Slave, and he shoves a hamster up Mr. Slave's ass during class. And he does a lot of stuff that's just not suitable even for a straight person to do, or anyone to do, honestly. I don't really discriminate. I am pro-gay marriage. I am, pro what you have to do. I don't define marriage between a man and woman. I just define it as a unity between two people. So, hate me, whatever. I don't really care if you say the word something stupid. Fuck it. Anyways, people try to oversimplify things, and marriage is really one way to distract the public from real problems going on in this country, like the Federal Reserve and foreign wars of attrition and shit like that. But, anyways, in the South Park episode, he tries to get fired, and, he's shoving the gerbil up there, and eventually he gets so mad because all the parents are, like, accepting what he does, like riding around on a giant dildo. He's just so upset that the parents are just accepting what he does at face value that eventually, fuck this guy. That eventually he comes out himself and he says, God damn it, what is wrong with you people? Tolerance, just because you tolerate doesn't mean you have to accept it. And he's talking about, that in order for gays to ever be considered equal, they have to be you have to be allowed to make fun of them equally as you do somebody else, and stuff that I find to be quite agreeable, and the homosexual community would probably do a lot better with. There's lots of things, like, for example, take PETA, for example. A lot of people are like, oh, fuck PETA, but PETA would do a lot better just trying to argue the point, like, listen, if you're going to experiment on animals, at least give them sedatives, because we did this case study in class. It wouldn't cost very much money for these companies that do experiment on animals, which I support, to just give them, painkillers, et cetera, so they don't feel pain. But since it was like a given cost of like $22 million a year, the companies decided they didn't want to do it to save money, which I consider a form of greed, because if they're going to get the privilege, which is something that everyone in society isn't going to accept and people try to legislate against, I think they should be held accountable to at least give them painkillers. I think they would do a lot better trying to reach that middle ground on the argument. Than coming out and saying, animals have the exact same rights as people, which, is kind of silly and absurd for several different reasons, which I won't get into. But essentially, that it's a lot of ways that they themselves get to frame the debate is like, hey, it's speciesism. If you guys aren't going to eat a mentally retarded person because he can't have thoughts and feelings, then why do you eat animals on the basis that they can't have thoughts and feelings, and blah, 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 et cetera, a hollowed argument. And the reality is that, yeah, what you're saying, it does kind of make sense, but you get to frame the debate and say it comes down to being, speciesism. Because in reality, trying to say that a black man has rights that a dog has is kind of insulting. That anybody has the rights that a dog has, and a dog has the same rights as a human being, is ridiculous. Because any man that would see, like, for example, a baby starving and a dog starving, and then he decides to feed the dog over it, is obviously fucking insane. And that there's no real philosophical basis or emotional standpoint that I can think of off the top of my head to justify it while I'm trying to dodge this fucking bot from knifing me. What the fuck? Why do these motherfuckers fall and knife people? It's like people on fucking combat training have trained the cocksuckers on multiplayer how to play. Because they do that shit now too. But anyways. But the main problem with the ways that a lot of things in society are framed is just that they can't really meet a middle ground. For example, most liberals, they bash conservatives like, oh, conservatives want people to waste, when that might be true of, conservative corporate politicians, but you'll find a lot of conservatives like farmers and stuff, they're very much environmentalists, like, hey, we have a little bit of debate about climate change, which I don't really know anything about, so I'm not going to say anything about. And I'm not going to give you guys my personal opinion on anything. I'm just going to tell you straight up that the way that things are framed in society are framed to get you not to understand the debate. Like, for example, a lot of times, there is a good cause for tort reform in America. There are a lot of, like malpractice with doctors, But essentially, when it comes down to it, the liberals, they want to do it because, they want to provide. They don't really want to do it because a lot of tort lawyers are liberals. Protecting individuals, blah, blah, blah. And, but when conservatives that are corporately purchased conservatives, in my opinion, when they're going after it, a lot of times they are, they're just being cocksuckers. And when they use the word tort reform, what they're really saying is make it difficult for individuals to sue corporations. And, there's a lot of validity to the statement that there is some problems with that. I personally feel there are some problems with, trying to say an individual can't sue a corporation. But that's a little different. Corporations started off as like, hey, the government's going to give this company a charter to build a bridge, and just kind of evolved over time, and it's kind of gotten out of control. Capitalism's kind of evolved into American corporatism, which is kind of unfair. But hey, we won't discuss that. And before you try to frame the debate like I'm anti-capitalist or a socialist or anything like that, just remember that you're reducing yourself to the argument and myself to being oversimplifying things, because that's what they try to do. They try to make politics like an election. They're like, or like a football game. They're like, oh yeah, Republicans are going to kick off and put it in that Democrat ass. Yeah, the Democrats going to get the ball and rebound that shit, which is kind of like football and basketball just mixed. Which I think is about to happen. And LeBron James about to go to the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, some shit I don't give a fuck about. I don't watch professional football or baseball. I've been watching a little bit of wrestling lately just to laugh at my friends, because I got WWE All-Stars as a joke. Living with some roommates next year. And during college marching band next year, and people are bitching about having to do pregame over and over again, because it does get tiring. We're just going to give wrestling statistics so they stop bitching. Be like, oh yeah, you could have been suplexed by the Hulk 15 times. How'd you like that? It's basically our way of trying to get through the day. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Dragunov, Warlord of Dragunov, ACOG and Silencer. What the fuck is wrong with this kid? God. What a pussy. Oh shit. M60. Big ammo. And the great words of XCal. Hold on a second. Let me just take a breather here. Oh shit, I got a shit. Oh god, I'm prairie dogging. I can make it. I can make it at least 2 more episodes. Oh shit. Oh shit, I just got quick scoped. Seek me, call me, I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Sorry, that's what I do to try to distract myself from having to shit. What was I talking about? Oh, but anyways, ideology. Both sides, let's be honest, the American political system, both of these guys, they pretty much suck dick. Most of the time you're like, the way that they frame the debate gets you so far from what you can actually have a conversation in, and the problem is that there's a lot of fucking David Vonda here just knifed me in second chance, that son of a bitch. Oh, damn you, David. I'm a loser that makes Call of Duty vids for a living. Let me criticize a fucking video game designer. Anyways, the way that they try to get you what you're talking about is take you so far from what's really wrong in the country. And if somebody ever asks you, are you conservative or are you liberal or a Republican or a Democrat, which makes less fucking sense because you can't be a member of the fucking party unless you pay dues, which I doubt anybody here would. But anyways, you can be like part of the college Democrats or Republicans because they're not fucking toolish as hell. But anyways, Hannah Arendt, she wrote that, ideology is the intelligent cancellation of wisdom. And once you conform to either side, or you believe in a certain belief system based off that one word that makes you think you're part of a team, or whatever condition it is that you accept it, you're not open to anything that could be, any type of change or retrogressive action. So what happens is that you're actually devolving and you've reduced yourself to a simple argument, which will happen a lot if you, like, I'm in school, get a degree in political science right now, and some of my classmates, you'll find that, like the Barack Obama birth certificate thing, people are like, oh my god, we don't know what his birth certificate looks like. Have you ever seen President Bush's birth certificate? What fucking basis can you actually make this argument? Now, if you were trying to make the argument, when he moved to Indonesia at that young age, at the time, is there U.S. law that states, hey, does he have to give up his citizenship or for whatever to receive citizenship from Indonesia, which he did? You can make that different type of thing here. But that's, it's kind of trivial and a whole different story. But don't let anyone ever frame that debate for you, because when they do, basically what they're trying to do is that through a long progression of devolution in our society, they're trying to reduce you to either admit your political beliefs aloud, which is, that's up to you. I'm one to believe in the Socratic method and keeping your opinions to yourself, but hey, everyone's got one. It's like big honking dicks. Everybody's got one, but only the ones with the big ones are wanting to show it. I know I have a tiny dick. Anybody else have tiny dick problems? Fuck. Having a tiny dick's like having a disability. It's fucking terrible. I mean, I hate it. You guys have a tiny dick? Am I the only one? I mean, I'll be the first fucking person to admit to you I have a tiny, teeny, tiny dick. I hate it. Can't do anything fun. It's like, hey, baby, look at this tiny dick. Never seen a dick so tiny in my life. I mean, I'm really like, seriously, you guys have a problem with that? I know when I go piss, I'm practically, everybody asks me like, why the fuck are you riding the stool like a fucking horse, or riding the urinal like a horse? And I'm like, well, I have a tiny dick and I don't want you to see mine and judge me. Oh my god, the FAMAS is just fucking easy mode. I don't even like playing with the fucking FAMAS, it's so boring. Fuck it, let's just play with the Python. Yeah. Play with my dick. Oh my god, I'm funny. But basically, what the fuck was I talking about? Probably nothing. Disciples online. What's up, Disciple? Oh shit, triple with the pistol. Yeah, get my eagle on. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, tiny dick syndrome. People might say, "Oh, Ry, it's okay if you have a tiny dick. I still love you." No, you don't. Think about all your best friends right now that you haven't seen their penis. What if they came out and said, "Hey, man, I have a pretty tiny penis." Wouldn't you think about them differently? I know you would, you cocksuckers. Oh, Disciple wants to play Call of Duty Black Ops. I wish I could, man. I should link his. But anyways, but that's pretty much part of the problem is like, we think about our friends and we think, I mean, that's what we automatically assume because like, hey, they're our friends and they're cool. That they probably have big honking dicks. And that's, that's unfair to say, I admit it. I want to believe all my friends have big honking jelly bean and dicks, but I kind of have a feeling they don't. And, I don't feel bad for them. That's their problem. It's a tiny dick is a personal problem. It's like a girl, like, have you guys ever thought about how small a vagina is? Like the fucking size of the vagina and where that hole is. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, the way I see it in the future is that the way things are becoming economically and girls want to do more athletically is that they're going to want less strain on their vagina. So they're going to like guys with tiny dicks. Because, I mean, when you have like a big cock and you take some girl's virginity and she's like, what the fuck is that? I can't put Free Willy inside of me. And you're like, oh, yes, you can, bitch. I mean, it's kind of rape, which should be illegal. I had a classmate here at my university. She was a good friend of mine and my girlfriend's, and she's that girl I told you guys that was kidnapped. If you guys follow me on Twitter, she was kidnapped early in the semester, and they found her. And basically what happened was the guy came to her house, and she knocked on the door, and or he knocked on the door, excuse me, and she went to go answer it, and as it turned out, the guy was, held a knife to her throat and said, hey, get in the car, and it was pretty bad, and she was cut up. They slit her throat and beat her up and other unmentionable things. And, it was pretty shocking, just to think, because where I go, so it's pretty large. I think 31,000 go here now. Pretty large university with a very low crime rate. I mean, I don't think we've even had a rape on campus. She lived off campus, but that's not the point. And they found her in a ditch the next day. And in the ditch, she's bleeding out, and the doctor said she's about 10 minutes away from dying, and they never found the guy who did it, which sucks because you would think that with a $25,000 reward out by now they would find him, but hey, I figured somebody would be willing to ride him out. I mean, fuck, that's a new car. I'd give up my mom for that. But anyways, they're trying to find the guy, and so they had a banquet for her, and she asked me to speak, and I kind of did this thing about why the rise of violence occurs, and it's all, in my opinion, kind of relates back to education and being able to teach people, in much greater volume at greater lengths and greater densities, the problems of being violent and having a better home and stuff. And I am not a materialist. I don't think any kind of money will make your home life better. In fact, not all you guys know this about me, but I come from a very poor family. My father, he couldn't read till he was about 18, and my mother, she was a waitress before she had me, and we were pretty bad off. My father fought in Vietnam, kinda, and yeah, I don't know what that means, and and my mother, we come from very, very poor background, and it was a different time. Being poor back then was different, but basically what she would do is we had to eat ramen noodles or whatever it was that week. I mean, that's what we ate, and that's the way my sisters grew up on this same income until my dad retired from civil service and got another job, a contractor, and eventually started making much more. And then we became middle class people, but we never had to accept food stamps or anything like that, which we came from a different state though. The state I was born in, the state I currently live in now, are in two different socioeconomical places. It's I come from, if you guys actually look it up, it's fine. I'm not going to be embarrassed, but I come from the middle class state, is what they call it. Has a lottery, no food on tax, stuff like that. It's very pro middle class, and the economy thrives off of middle class rather than a lot of rich and a lot of poor. But anyways, we're getting off topic. Anyway, so I was just saying that, listen, here's what we can do to make our community better. And during the thing, she was a good friend of mine, and people, it was very lighthearted. It was a nice little banquet with just close students and her sorority people or whatever. And I turned to her and I said, knock, knock. And she said, who's there? And I said, well, at least you asked this time. I'll let you take a minute to soak that one in. But the thing was, I realized how fortunate I was to live in a scenario where, if I wanted to make a joke about, just a month ago, someone was kidnapped and taken in the middle of the night, I realized how fortunate my life was. I lived in a scenario where I could make a joke like that, and, people thought it was pretty agreeable. It was a nice joke. It was decent, somewhat appropriate. There were some people that kind of gasped, but those are people we generally thought less of anyway, so they didn't matter. But it was a privilege, and I enjoyed the opportunity. But do you guys live lives like that? Do you guys? Oh my God, it's so hard to talk while these fucking bots are knifing me. Quad spray. But do you guys live fortunate lives like that, where you get to live in opportune scenarios where, hey, I can say something, it's not taken for granted. People understand sarcasm. They are disingenuous in nature. I have nothing to fear. People will not discount my character because of a joke I made at a conflicting time, or, whatever. I mean, that's uncommon now as people are taking their daily lives way too fucking seriously. Like this Call of Duty shit. I've seen fucking commentaries about, like, is spawn trapping ethical? Motherfucker, what do you mean is spawn trapping ethical? It's a fucking video game. I mean, come on. You're such a fucking idiot that you actually thought there was some fucking crossroads where you can debate even for a single moment about whether or not fucking spawn trapping is ethical. I mean, who the fuck gives a shit? And what matters about your opinion? What are you fucking MLG legit or something? That makes you like qualified to have a fucking discussion about something that's not very real, that nobody really gives a shit? And you're gonna have a fucking discussion about, oh yeah, spawn trapping is ethical because of this, or camping. Well, I believe that camping, well, just imagine if the entire map was flat. I mean, fucking write a paper about it. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to listen to that shit. You got tips and tricks? Great. Fantastic. Okay, there's only so many tips and tricks you can make for a fucking video game, which doesn't really rely on tips and tricks as much as it relies on your connection. But people say, oh no, Call of Duty, no connection. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, you ever get hosted and go negative? At that point, it's just because you're a fucking sausage playing a video game. Excuse me. But basically, the problem is that these people, they get on there, and I've seen fucking commentaries where people are like, here's what I think about President Obama. President Obama is a Muslim Marxist, and he's, and President Bush is the greatest, y'all. Or I see the opposite of, President Bush is a Nazi, and President Obama has came to save America. Shut the fuck up. You're doing a Call of Duty commentary. For the blood of God, just shut the fuck up. But they don't see it that way, and they influence a large amount of people, and it's scary. Oh, I gotta piss. Oh. 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 God damn. Fuck you, Domino's. Mediocre ass pizza. Alright, so basically this has been it. Let's do one more round and I'll call it a day. I'm going to be playing on firing range using the PSG-1, lightweight, scout, and Marathon Pro. Hope you guys enjoy. That you can't see. Download link will be in the description so you can download this and